We are live and recording. This is I don't know, what is this?
Yeah,
The
today.
Fully Sick Big Dick Players podcast.
Yeah, today's a sick.
Yeah, it's the fully sick version. Mm-hmm. That was a pun intended there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fully
Yeah.
intended.
It's winter time. It's upon us. I don't know the rest of there's a song there or something. But yeah, so I'm feeling a bit cloudy today. Sounding a bit cloudy.
A little under the weather.
This is a really shitty forecast. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully the podcast is a little better. See what I
Sean's got
did.
a
See what I
sexy
did there?
husky
I'm
nose.
just fucking up. I got my ginger tea. I got a beer. I got 2 beers.
The doctor recommends 3.
Yeah.
And if he
If you go to
doesn't,
a- if you go to-
find a
go to
new
the right
fucking
doctor.
doctor. Yeah.
Go to a German doctor. Yeah, just drink a beer. You'll be fine.
Yeah. If that doesn't work, drink another one.
How much beer are you drinking? Okay, you need to drink more.
I've been trying.
You know there's spec calcs. There's late shops that sell beer on every corner, right?
But you can't get paracetamol at the supermarket.
Yeah. The fucking convenience stores open later than the drugstore. What the fuck?
I don't understand this country sometimes.
4 p.m. Hey. On a Saturday. No one wants to work at the drugstore.
No. And especially not on a Sunday.
Fuck. Yeah. Are you kidding
Try
me?
and get something on a Sunday. Then they legally have to have one open somewhere in the city.
And the price is tripled. Who would have thought?
Yeah,
Fuck.
I mean, who's sick on a Sunday as well? You know, in this city of just free for all drugs. And beer. No, definitely no one's going to be feeling sick on a Sunday. That's just outrageous.
You know what they say about cocaine? Gets you to Monday.
Yeah.
What day are you counting from? Then? You start on Monday and it gets you through to the next Monday.
The good thing is it doesn't matter.
I think a lot of this pod I'm going to be doing my movie voice. Just because it sounds cooler and like I'm not
You know what?
sick.
I missed that movie guy. You know, back in the day, it was like,
Oh yeah. One day.
yeah.
One vagina.
Don
Star-crossed lovers.
LaFontaine, I think he was. He was like
Was that his name?
Don LaFontaine.
I thought there was
or
a
something.
couple of guys.
He
Right.
was like the original
The
one. that did-
original movie guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
okay.
in a world of unimaginable horror. Three
Adam
men would embark
Sandler.
upon a
Yeah, Adam
journey.
Sandler is Euro trash gigolo.
2.
HIV strikes back.
I would watch that.
HIV strikes back. What kind of movie would that be? It's just like Africa's like, we got the cure. Let's take care of this virus. In comes Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, you don't.
No, it's an Adam Sandler film.
Record scratch.
my
Adam Sandler. That's right. He's back. He's ready to tackle HIV.
Brody was more on my page.
Apparently, I was way ahead. My bad.
Oh, shit.
I was in the sequel.
Oh, yeah, the sequel. Arnie's in the sequel.
Arnie's in the sequel.
Yeah.
Really ties together the whole franchise.
Get down, you Africans.
Get down, get out of here. What are you doing? It's Detective John Kimball. That's my favorite one.
You have AIDS, no? You do now.
Remember how I promised I would kill you last?
Arnie, you're supposed to be curing it.
We were talking about Arnie the other day. I forget what we were talking
Yeah,
about.
what happened to him? After he ran for governor, he just decided, I did all I needed and I'm out?
Is he not still in politics?
I don't know. I don't think so. I
I
think
don't know, he kind of disappeared off the radar. Last time I saw him in the news was he was in Melbourne.
in Melbourne.
Yeah, he was
No
in,
way.
He was in Melbourne and he was doing some tour
Fucking hell.
publicity thing, and he rode one of the city bikes there.
Okay.
You know, they got them in every city now, basically. But he rode it without a helmet,
Okay.
and it's an offense, is illegal. So the cops
Oh,
pulled
yeah, I
him over,
forgot.
and there's this big
Australians
thing.
are
People
pretty
taking
strict.
photos. He's like, I'm the Terminator. I'm not gonna brick my head. I am a helmet. I am a helmet. I am a tank. You fool, I crush you like bug.
The ground should be scared of me.
I know how to ride a stupid bicycle. I'm not an idiot. I can't do it. I'm terrible at doing Arnie on a good day. Today, the cold's not helping.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So
We're
good.
gonna push on through.
So you ever find out why you were talking about Arnie? Apart from him.
No, we're trying
Ah, shit, yeah.
We're trying to figure out what happened to him.
No, he the Terminator, when it came out, was a big blockbuster, and then in Germany they dub all their films into Deutsch, and he wanted to do his own voice, but because he was Austrian. They didn't let him do it because he sounded like a farmer. Be the Terminator. Can you imagine the Terminator in English if he sounded
Like a yokel or something.
yeah? Trying to think of Arnie
Little
lines
sharp,
now.
really? You look good.
Some hick, yeah. Hick Terminator.
Yeah.
Terminator 5.
Are they up to Terminator 5 now anyway?
I think maybe.
I
don't know.
lost count.
Yeah, same.
I think with movies you shouldn't count
I think they're
you
milking
shouldn't
it
go
down.
too high.
Yeah.
I think 3's the limit.
I think even
Have
3
you
is
seen-
pushing it.
3's
Three's
pushing it, but there's trilogies, you know?
Yeah.
But then what's after that?
Then it's just like a money grab.
quadrilogy? Brody?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It is a good
Not
question.
many things make it to the fourth one.
See, they do 3 and then they do like a prequel to make it to 4.
No, that's just Star Wars.
Okay.
The numbering system's all over the place.
Yeah. Why would you start at 4? What was he thinking? I'm sure someone out there knows, and you're probably gonna get pissed at me for saying that. But we don't fact check here. at
No.
the Big Dick
Yeah,
Players
zero fact checks here on
podcast.
Big Dick Player Podcast.
So you
So
get angry.
deal with it. I was gonna say there was something I wanted to bring up. It happened the other day, and I didn't. It's just one of those things in passing, and you forget that it happens. But I thought I'd bring it up here on the podcast. But
See, you gotta write shit down, man.
yeah, I should, or I should just tell someone. But the
Like
opportunity,
text it in a group or something, you know?
it was just this girl. I don't know. It's not even that funny. Now this girl.
That's
girl-
the way to start a story.
Really setting it up.
Let me tell you something not so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting. It was just one of a girl on a bike riding towards me when I was riding my bike to work, and she waved at me, and then I waved back, but when I waved back, she realized she didn't know me. I'd
Oh,
been
God.
mistaken
Yeah.
for someone else, and then
Did you stop?
and she pulled away. She didn't follow. She didn't follow through with the wave. She just kind of went halfway through. So I saw the look on her face of like, oh, disappointment.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not the guy. Oh, how embarrassing. And then I kept waving. I was like, oh shit.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, like I thought you were just being nice or
You
something.
overcommitted.
And the real funny thing is, I don't know who else looks like me in Berlin. Like, I'm wearing this is 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's below 0 degrees now. So is my voice. And then, I'm wearing this stupid Russian hat. I got a massive scarf. I'm wearing all my clothing. I just don't know who else would look like me. I look like a South Park character.
Yeah, probably the other
Can't even move
1
my
million
neck.
Russians in the city, probably.
It's Kyle.
No, but
Love you, Kyle.
my hat isn't. It's pretty stupid, but it's
Oh, yeah.
warm. Anyway,
Should
I
have
don't
stopped her, asked her, "Hey, bitch, who did you think I was?"
Probably Sean waves back like this. She's like,
know. For
no.
all those who couldn't see Brody, he just did the Hitler salute.
I was just waving.
It was so cold, his elbows got stuck. He couldn't bring it back.
You can't really bend your arms in the winter here, so maybe
You gotta
that's
be
why
careful
they
with
did-
that wave.
yeah. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful here. Hailing a bus or hailing anything. To be honest, in Germany, it can be quite awkward because
You got to do a real low hail.
Well, no,
Well,
it's
you
not that you have to
low
do
hail.
a low hail. It's that you have to think about hailing.
Yeah.
Whereas anywhere else you wouldn't, because
Yeah. In New York, you want to get a taxi.
In New
you just
York,
put your
you
hand
just
up.
lift it up. It doesn't matter if it's straight, bent, whatever. But here, if it's straight, it's a bit whoa. So it's you just got to think about it.
Yeah.
That's what makes it difficult, you know.
Yeah. It's a bit culturally sensitive.
Yeah.
You just go randomly hailing buses and stuff. Sean, don't go randomly waving at people.
Yeah.
You just get paranoid every time you try to hail. Oh no, should I? I'll just miss this one. Just let it go.
Yeah.
I don't need the taxi.
Really overthink
The
it.
alternative is to wave, and I just think that's really gay. So,
To wave at.
having said that, I did wave at this random girl. So, I guess I'm.
And we know how that went.
I should have.
That's the moment you realize
the story is
he's
coming
not
to
batting on my team. Next.
Let's go jazz hands.
Yeah.
Maybe the thumbs up.
It's a bit
I remember I was going to say, shaking hands. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Not here,
In general.
just in general.
Okay.
But if you're meeting someone's father for the first time.
Oh, you want to
even-
get that
even-
firm grip. Okay.
Yeah, just knowing what handshake you're supposed to do.
Okay.
Because there's so many variations of a handshake.
That's true.
And
And
me
it just
as
gets more complicated with time, right?
yeah, I want to go back to the days where everyone just does the one thing. Just simplify it.
That's true.
Or at least
I mean,
have some way to know
You probably
when
don't
you
have
go
this
in.
problem because you're black.
No, I
I'm
like
gonna
to
mention
fuck
that on
with
every
people.
pod now.
No, it's
Like you probably won't know because you're black.
no, Sean. You will not understand
I can't understand
the struggles of a black man in 2018.
struggles. Which handshake do I do? I'm so confused.
Is he my cool white friend or the lame one?
Just go for the hug.
I'm just I don't know. You also kind of move in slow motion.
Well, I just give people more time to think.
Are you a slow walker?
Oh, very slow.
Yeah.
You ever have those situations where you're approaching someone and you know you're gonna walk into them and you're like, do I go left? Do I go
Yeah.
right? I don't need that.
What do?
They go left, then they go right. I go straight.
You just continue going
Exactly.
straight at the same.
Because I'm
slow
just going
pace.
so slow. I'm like, they'll figure it out.
That's so badass.
I would have thought in like Berlin, even Berlin, like they're the worst walkers. I think you could walk like insanely slow and somehow they would still walk into you. They'd be like, oh.
Oh yeah, I've had that. I've
Yeah.
had that. Especially when there's like a group. Not I'm gonna say 2 or more, because a group is technically 3 or more. Right?
Yeah.
But like one day I was walking to work and there were 2, I don't know, people.
What race were they?
I don't know what the fuck they were, but they were walking in front of me, and I wasn't walking particularly quick or anything. But I was catching up to them fairly quickly, and I thought,
Oh shit.
oh, these motherfuckers. I'm gonna
You
have to
got
go
profile,
left,
didn't
or
you?
I'm gonna have to go right. No. I'm gonna have to go left. But when I went left, they went left, and I was like, what the fuck? So I went right, and then they went right, and I was like, hey,
Come on.
yeah, like come on, like get the fuck out of the way,
Yeah.
or at least walk on one side of the fucking street.
Yeah.
And then
Fucking yes.
I went left again, and they fucking went left, and I was like, excuse me.
Yeah.
And then they turned around and looked shocked, like, oh, did we do something wrong? And
Yeah,
I was
that-
like, and right across from where I was like walking, there's like a Späti, and the guy was looking out into like the street, and he saw, and he just smiled. He knew exactly what happened, and I was like, dude, you saw what I saw.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you fucking idiots. Learn to walk.
It's like, what side of the street do you drive on? And yet people they'll just walk anywhere. It's like they got these gigantic footpaths, and it's like they'll either walk on the wrong side, the middle, they'll kind of walk in like a diagonal direction, they'll walk left and right.
My theory is that they don't because Berlin has an apartment life. I don't know, it's apartment cities. Everyone's living on top of each other. No one drives anywhere because the public transport system is so fucking amazing that you don't have to have a driver's license here in Berlin.
No.
You can get across the city faster.
With
Or
a
just
bike
as fast
or
with a bike or a
something.
train, whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't think people learn how to drive. They don't learn the road rules.
We have
and
discussed this a lot.
Yeah, we have discussed this
But we feel
so
like
many fucking times.
Because it just happens
Yeah.
too much.
yeah.
Well, it happens every time you leave your house and
Yeah.
get on the street. And you're like, yeah, I remember why I fucking didn't come out here.
Yeah.
Or you know what's annoying as well? If there's like a construction zone, so there's only enough like a pathway enough for like 1.5 person to like walk. And if someone's coming in the opposite direction, obviously like you both slant
Yeah.
at an angle so you
Yeah.
can comfortably pass.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, people here just neglect to turn. They rather like bump shoulders, like they want to like start a fight or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, anywhere else.
You're like,
It would be like-
there's some kind of like courtesy. You know,
Yeah.
like we both do this and we both benefit.
Exactly. But anyways, I think we should get back to some funny shit because
Yeah, we're just getting.
right now we might
We're just sounding like annoying foreigners.
yeah.
Fuck
exactly.
these fucking crowds and their fucking
So
walking.
get out of our city if you don't like how we walk.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
In New York, everyone doesn't obey the stop signs.
They shoot
So-
each other.
No, it's a big city. There's no time to stop.
Ah,
It's hustle and bustle.
yeah.
I ain't got no
I'm
time to
walking
stop
over
for this
here.
fucking red light. For this red man? Hell no.
You know what's great about New York City? There's so many like one ways. So you don't have to look in another direction. You know traffic's coming from that direction.
Yeah, but everyone can jaywalk.
Yeah,
Like, cops
more or
won't do
less.
anything.
Yeah, I've never seen one.
But that being said, Lambo, a few months ago, there's like my street is a one-way street,
Yeah.
and I always just look left because that's where the cars are going to come from.
Some
But,
fuckers reversing.
and just by pure chance, like out of my periphery, I'm just about to walk across. Some guy's gone up this one way and gone, oh, actually, I don't want to go up this one way, and just is reversing back, and I almost got hit by a car in the one-way street. So now, on this one-way street, I still have to look both ways, just in case some idiot, again, almost runs me over in reverse.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bitch.
What the fuck? They don't know.
Hey, no, you're taught in primary school to look both ways
Yeah, I mean-
before crossing. So
It's
to all our
true.
children, listeners out there, make sure don't do Brody. You know,
Don't
get angry, just look both ways.
It was like a full look left and then a little look right, but now I do a full look left and a full look right.
That's right.
Just so I
learn a
don't
fucking
get.
lesson.
For viewers out there, if you were wondering,
Viewers,
listeners,
Listeners.
I'm sorry.
it's alright.
I'm future thinking right now. One day we'll have viewers and listeners.
It's just gonna be your face.
Yeah.
Me and Brody.
That's
will be
beautiful.
in the inside. We'll get more hits that way.
Oh yeah. So
No one
yeah,
wants to see two fucking.
if you
shitty
if you
strands.
ever wondered if God exists, Brody's story is positive proof. Without God, he would have died. Just saying. God made him look right.
To all you unbelievers out there, E.T. is real. Brody is living proof of this.
Let's see how ET comes into this.
Extraterrestrial life forms, man. There's something bigger
came
than
from somewhere.
bigger than you, Brody.
What do you think aliens look like?
I don't think they look like anything. They look like Brody.
Well, we are aliens to some other life form. So if another alien says like, what's aliens look like? They could be like, oh, they walk on two legs and they got two arms and they come in all sorts of different colors and they got this stuff coming out of their head and they're like, whoa, that sounds weird. We are just we're just the aliens to another alien race.
Imagine there's like a planet out there that's just like all horses.
I think Rick and Morty covered this.
Did they?
Well,
I've
no,
never
they
seen
just
the show.
cover intergalactic travels pretty well.
okay.
With all the
Enlighten me.
possible scenarios that could ever happen. Random. It's very random. Have you not watched Rick and
No, I
Morty?
haven't watched it.
Oh
Really?
my fucking god! And you
Yeah.
have a Netflix account,
Yeah.
and you even watch that Netflix
All the time.
all the time.
Everywhere.
Everywhere when you're working. You don't Netflix and chill. You Netflix and
Netflix.
Netflix and exercise. And get active. I Netflix and get active, bitch.
It's super
I'm Lambert.
addicting, man. You can get it on your mobile, you can get it on the computer, you can get Netflix any fucking place you want.
You'll
Netflix, please pay Lambo.
you'll watch porn on your phone.
I watch it on Netflix.
You watch porn, you got a little subgenre.
If you go deep down the rabbit hole,
Softcore porn. You have to watch a teeny bopper film to see some titties.
oh yeah, and then you just rewind.
You know,
it
you can
10
just go to a
seconds.
porn site and just skip all that bullshit.
But there's no challenge, right? It's about the challenge. You gotta search through
You gotta
40
find them
Netflix
titties.
videos.
You gotta search for them titties and find them. And then you gotta rub your face in them.
The new age gold rush.
Yeah. How much
Lambert's all
porn
about
is in
the chase.
Netflix?
No, I mean, the thing with porn and the phone is I tried it once and it's too small.
Yeah, it's
and
too small.
it moves too easily, especially if you're holding it with one hand and then jerking
yeah.
off with the other hand. You can't.
It's impractical.
My eyes can't
Yeah.
focus on that while
You're shaking too much.
I'm shaking.
You gotta work on your stability,
I'm
my
jerking
friend.
to be technical.
Too many,
Details. I know.
no. Yeah. Where I was going, it was too much info.
Yeah, that's cool. We can
We'll-
skip ahead.
Yeah, we'll bring it back.
What else is news?
Well, last podcast we were talking about Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
how he died was a really ridiculously, like, the chance of that actually happening was
Supposed
so
to be
low.
slow.
And then what is weird is that
Yeah, I lost $100, mate. I told you.
about a week later, someone in Australia got killed by a stingray.
1 week later.
After the podcast,
You figured there's
Last
like a
one. The
last
serial.
one.
last
No
podcast, we were talking about how.
So in
Okay.
the last week, someone's died.
Yep,
In
about
Australia?
about a week ago. Yeah, in Tasmania.
Wow. So there's
What are they doing in Tasmania?
there's like a
Swimming.
serial.
Who swims in Tasmania in the Tasman Sea?
This guy and stingrays.
Yeah, it's like that one dude that got
Shit.
killed in like, is it India? On that island with like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, like why would you do that? Like, you know what I'm
So I
talking
think he
about?
was
We're
a.
talking current affairs right now, people.
Yeah.
It's very current affairs. We don't know when this podcast is going to get released. So you probably won't.
20 years
5
later.
Yeah. People have no idea what we're talking
Slightly
about.
delayed events.
I
So
think-
right now in Australia there is a serial stingray.
He's got a taste of blood.
Yeah, he is slowly knocking off the human population,
Once every 10
one guy
years.
at a time.
Yeah.
And a tribe off the coast of India, Sri Lanka,
Oh, I heard about this. It's a
killing stupid people.
a native tribe it hasn't been touched by Western civilization yet, and they're worried about the immune system
Yeah.
getting.
This guy's like, I'm gonna go teach them Christianity.
Yeah, and then some guy went to the island, tried to
I think-
teach
I think
them
that's what he did.
Christianity,
And
they
then
just
God
murdered
said,
him.
"Stupid."
Yeah. I am God, and this is going too far.
Yeah. God said, "Not even I dabble that much, you stupid motherfucker." And yeah,
I wonder when he was getting brutally murdered by these tribes, if he doubted his faith. I really wonder. That's the moment I wonder.
He's like,
I wonder when he was just like brutally just getting chopped up by machetes. It's like, why? I'm just trying to preach the Lord. Oh, why?
or was he still preaching the word of God?
Or he was like, yes, this is exactly what I thought would happen. Thanks, God.
He's like, by eating my flesh, they will be.
I'm glad it was just the one
converted.
guy there. You know,
like, we're
Yeah,
Protestants,
yeah.
you
There wasn't
asshole.
It'd be a tragedy, I think, if there was a group of them. But just one idiot. I'm like, there's one less
Yeah.
idiot on the planet now.
Yeah.
It's not like he wasn't
I
warned.
get dark when I got a cold, you know?
It's alright. It's a under the weather podcast. So if you're feeling
That's
a
the
bit under
Fully
the
Sick
weather,
podcast. I thought we agreed on this.
yeah,
Fully
but
sick,
it's a
bro.
metaphor for being
Maybe
under,
that's what the episode should be called.
under the weather
Ooh, that's good. What about fully... It's either Fully Sick
or under the weather.
or Under the Weather.
I mean, I'm good for both.
We're going to need to do a vote or something.
Yeah.
It's between those two.
You decide. Let us know by voting at www.undertheweather.com.
It's a biased website.
BigDickPlayers.com. We want to hear what your opinion is.
Yes.
Psych. No, it's totally... Don't give a shit.
Especially with your little dick, bitch.
Please keep listening.
This is all I've got going for me.
Please support our Patreon at www.thebigdickplayer.com. I'm sure that site already exists.
By some rapper.
Yeah.
Some other big dick player.
Speaking of rappers, what's the guy's name that did that song, Gummo?
Oh, 6ix9ine.
Yeah,
He's in
yeah.
jail or some shit.
He's up for
Idiots.
a whole lot of stuff.
Fill us in.
Daniel Hernandez.
That's his
I think
actual name.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, man.
And I think he's going to be really looked after in prison with all that pretty hair, and he talked a big game, and I'm pretty sure that he's.
There are people waiting in there
Cheers.
for him. Oh, sorry, man. It's like finishing all your tea. It's fucking
Is
delicious.
there any in there? Or is it
Yeah, there's a lot. It's just a bit warm.
sweet?
I
Feel her
don't
out, man.
understand
Feel her out.
is if you're onto a good thing, you're making a rap career. Why don't you
That's
just keep
exactly.
talking shit
Exactly.
like fuck? I'm free. I'm not in jail. I'm making money. Why do I then have to go rob some people?
But you know
and
what?
keep the gang thing going. Is it?
I think it's
image
like
or-
no. I think it's just like
It's
a
gangsters for life, right?
no. I think it's
shit
just
like
like a
that.
mentality
life in
thing.
prison.
It's just like a mentality thing. Because I mean, if you think about it, you're 21 and you spent like 18 years just being like a hooligan. 3 years, and then you just got a little rich. Not out of nowhere, but in like 3 years you just got rich.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It's,
You're not gonna stop being a dumbass.
Well, you know what they say? The real N word is knowledge. That's not my joke. I heard it the other day. But I think it's fantastic.
We would give credit, but we don't fact check.
yeah, and we don't.
So. Sorry, whoever you are,
Yeah,
thanks for enlightening us.
I think that's funny.
But yeah, I guess someone else will be 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get a few tattoos and shit. Fuck.
Lambo 6ix9ine. Well, someone's got to take over.
Exactly. It's a void, it needs to be filled.
That's how I feel.
Canadian rappers. It's, Snow with Informer and Drake, I believe.
Yeah, we also
the
can't
two,
forget
the
Justin.
two rappers I know.
Can't forget the Beeb as well,
Oh yeah.
Informer.
because he's a gangster.
No one knows the lyrics to this song. It's just informer.
Keep them down. Even when you look up the lyrics, the way that he says it, I can't even do it. It's
You can't.
Yeah, you can't
replicate it. It's just kudos to that dude, man.
Yeah.
Kudos to him.
And have fun prison.
What, Snow?
Huh?
That's his name. That's the rapper's name.
Oh, okay.
Snow.
Because he came from Canada.
Okay, I'm not gonna pretend to know anything about hip hop culture.
Yeah, Sean's a privileged white dude.
I listen to country and western. I listen to all the great acts. The Eagles, Billy
Eagles'
Joel,
greatest hits.
Elton John.
Hey, we did
Oh,
have
did you know Elton John's like, I think still in like the top 20 of like record sales for an artist. It's crazy.
Really?
Is he
Yeah.
released something? Or is it just from his old records?
Just all the shit that he did before. It's insane.
We were listening to his stuff the other day, his like greatest hits.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of tunes.
Yeah,
Got a lot of-
I'm surprised. I was like, whoa, dude, I know like 2 of your songs. But I mean, he's not my time, so.
He's not your type? Time or type?
Time.
You're not into... I don't know.
He's more like our parents, I guess.
Well, yeah.
And then we just
He
heard.
got married, and then
But this was after.
he got married in the 70s as like a fake wedding.
Oh,
He
okay.
was secretly gay.
Just like a fake name, fake wedding.
My favorite era of Elton John's was when he was in the closet. I think that's when he sounded the best. When he came out, he was too loud and proud. And
Yeah.
I liked it when he was suppressed
And
emotions. You know?
When everything came out in the song.
Yeah, he was too happy.
Yeah.
Starts making money off other people's sorrow, like Princess Diana.
That was a good rendition. Imagine that, all the eyes on you, and you can't fucking make a mistake because it's you and the piano.
Can you feel my dick tonight?
I don't think he sang that at the funeral.
But that is an Elton John song.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I thought he was saying that's what he's saying.
Is he a sir?
Yeah, he's a sir, I
Oh,
believe.
okay. Does anyone get a
Sir
sir?
Elton
Like
John.
how? Like what's the criteria? You know what I mean?
You just have to do shit for
For the
UK.
Queen? You're just
For
like,
the Commonwealth.
oh, for the Commonwealth. Oh, okay.
If you do a great achievement, you know.
So what about all the years of slavery? Shouldn't I get like a?
Well, you want to be
Oh, you're part of you're part of the Commonwealth as well.
Yeah, shouldn't
You're-
I get
you're
like
a real-
like a nudge like Sir Lambo?
You can probably. I've seen
you
the
can
people
apply
do
for
this. You can buy a little.
Oh, you apply for it.
No.
It was an application.
You had me going there.
I think you
I didn't
can
have
buy
enough jokes to
some,
back it up.
Oh, okay.
So I just,
You can buy some land, Lambo, in like. People sell like 1 square meter of land
Okay.
somewhere in Scotland or England, and
Yeah.
when you do that, once you become a landowner on a certain piece of land, then you can become like
The king of the land.
no.
You get some
Oh, the
kind of
Duke
like
or
a
some
baron. You can be Baron Lambo officially.
Oh no, I
if
want
you're-
like a Sir Lambo, like a proper like.
You gotta do good
You
shit
gotta
for
do
the
a lot more.
Commonwealth.
You can buy a
This
square meter
podcast
of
is
land.
gonna change the world for you to
Oh, it
become a
will.
sir.
I'm gonna go to Buckingham Palace.
You
and
know
be
what
like,
would really suck if you became a sir and then me and Brady didn't get sir, like we didn't get knighted either. It's like, what
But
the fuck?
you'd be part of the
This
ceremony.
is direct discrimination. Okay? Against Australians. And the whites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just sneak that one in. But first, Australia.
Yeah.
Australians. Sucking blood. Yeah. I don't know. Who else is Sir? You got Sir Paul McCartney.
There's Patrick Stewart. I think he's a sir.
Is
But
he
he's
alive?
also gay.
I thought he was dead.
Is he?
Might be a gay thing.
Patrick Stewart?
I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
Who is Patrick
I thought
Stewart?
he was gay. I
He's the
thought he
dude from
was
Star
dead.
Trek. He's also
Oh,
the dude
yeah.
from the X Men.
He's gay though, right?
Isn't Patrick
Pretty
Stewart
sure.
the one on Family Guy? He's a.
Huh?
Isn't Patrick Stewart the guy that does?
No,
No.
I'm pretty sure not. That's Seth.
Definitely.
Fact check it.
No fact check.
We can't.
Can't fact. Damn it.
It probably, if we have to fact check, it probably means it's a boring conversation.
Yeah.
That's why we don't do it here.
But what guy would you think he is?
He
What
is director Bullock.
No, he's not important enough for me to know that.
You would know, Lambert. You watch a lot of Family
Yeah, I
Guy.
watched a lot of Family Guy. But we don't.
That's
care.
that Family Guy. I mean American Dad.
You mean American? Oh wow.
Director Bullock. That's the same guy. You know,
Well,
Seth MacFarlane.
Jeez.
Seth MacFarlane's the main dude.
Yeah, I know, but Director Bullock. I swear it's Patrick Stewart, or maybe it's one of the other Star Trek people.
Yeah, we're getting off of
What were we talking about?
off the
So,
rail.
Just Brody ranting about Family Guy or American Dad. We just make a whole podcast about a separate podcast about
Yeah.
analyzing
And
cartoons.
Brody's, yeah, Brody's corner.
I swear
Brody will
it's
take the
Director
graveyard shift. He'll be taking you away all the way to sunrise.
Bullock.
No music, no commercials.
Just me.
Just
me
me
asking
and a microphone.
questions.
Just Brody and a microphone. Welcome to the shower. Alright, I think we're gonna do a pause.
Yeah.
And we're gonna break this up. And we'll see you all in a sec.
Not a slow cooker, but like a 7-in-1 cooker. I don't know what you call them.
One of the pressure cookers, like an Instapot.
Yeah, Instapot.
Yeah.
But here they don't have like good ones.
Did somebody say pot?
Yeah. Instant.
Oh, welcome back, viewers. I mean, listeners. I mean, I'm not high.
He's
What's that, officer? Welcome back to the Big Dick Fully Sick hashtag
Husky
Under the
Boys.
Weather
Yeah.
podcast.
Under the Weather podcast.
Jazz hands.
And we were just talking about rums.
Yeah, man.
What's good, what's bad. We're not really connoisseurs. We're just more like...
I'm all about that Diplomatico, man. Venezuelan. They make the best rums, in my opinion. Any Caribbean nation will make a good rum.
Yeah.
I recommend a spiced rum. But if you like Captain Morgan's, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Okay?
I
You don't
hate
know
Captain
rum.
I fucking hate
Fuck
Captain
you.
Morgan.
You don't know rum. Okay? Don't walk around with your fucking shitty gay Sailor Jerry tattoos. Fuck you. You don't know rum. Get yourself a bottle of Diplomatico. It's around 30 euros. I can just you can put it into your Google. You can get any kind of currency exchange. 30 euros translated into US dollars. What are we looking at? $33.33.
Probably, yeah. Sounds about right.
You can look it up. We're not
Yeah.
going to do the work.
We're lazy enough.
Yeah. Anyway, we really just wanted the next cast. We're going to try and get a bottle of this delicious rum. We're going to drink it on the rocks. And we're going to have a fucking good time. And you're going to fucking hear all about it. Because it's the next podcast.
Next podcast is going to be classy.
Yeah. This one's more arsey.
Yeah, this is classy.
This is very arsey.
Next one's classy.
What's after classy?
That's when you die happy, like a legend. That's when you die a legend.
We would have thought of something,
Yeah.
but that's because we're still in the arsey. We can't think of something.
Because when you get past classy, it's just like a downfall. It's like a rock star, right? If you die at your like height, you're a fucking legend.
Yeah, we had this argument the other day. Always at work. I mean, my life is work. I like to flip hamburgers. That's my thing. That's Burger's
We don't have a
thing.
choice.
We are all burger brothers. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. We were talking about
stars.
dead rock stars and how...
If they lived, they would have been.
Yeah, if they lived, they would have been shit. Like, if Kurt Cobain was still alive now, how old would he have been? Close to 50?
He was 27 when he died in 94, I think.
Yeah, so he would have been old.
Yeah.
Older than me, and that's old.
Definitely not 50.
But yeah, he could have been making shitty love albums with Courtney Love.
Literally,
Like, look at
love
the.
albums.
I think we were listening to Guns N' Roses, and it was their album Chinese Democracy, which took 5 years or something to make.
Longer than that.
10 years?
I think it was, yeah. As I
Fucking
said
hell.
to you, the joke that was going around that it was going to be democracy was going to come to China before Chinese democracy came to us. But
Yeah,
and then it ended up being, I don't know. I don't really remember anything memorable from it. Maybe it was the best thing for.
I feel like you could come closer, Brody. I feel like you're just sitting. You're sitting back. You're still sitting back, bro.
I don't know.
Look at Lambert. Lambert's sitting on the floor and he's just reclined.
Yeah, I'm having.
He's
I'm
smooth.
reclined too.
Yeah, but
You're too reclined, Brody. You got to get with the program, man.
I can just talk louder.
you're out of the
Oh,
circle.
you can do that too.
This podcast is hosted by Lambert today.
Hey, welcome back to Lambert's podcast. I mean the Big Dick Player podcast. Don't get it wrong, motherfuckers.
Yeah, suck my big play dick. I'm with Lambert today, motherfucker.
And everyone's husky.
Shut up, Brody. No one asking you, fool.
I think you did.
This tea is fucking hitting the spot there,
Yeah,
bro.
definitely.
Sean,
And I
Sean went from gangster to this tea is lovely.
Yeah.
Smooth transition.
I'm sophisticated,
Proper
okay?
British gangster.
Yeah.
I ain't no thug.
Hey, where's my money, motherfucker? Hey, I got tea.
Yeah.
Who's got tea?
You kiss your mother with that mouth? Shit.
Now, where the ginger tea?
Yeah. No. Where did I
What do you
put
guys
that
think
ginger
about like remakes of movies? You think it's like
tea? Your life is a movie, man.
it could be?
Did you? Oh, fuck. I
hoping
just
one
wanted
day.
to. Sorry. I know you wanted to go into a certain direction, but then something came in my head.
It's all good.
All right, we'll try and go back to yours.
I'll give you the moment.
Truman Show?
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Truman Show. So that movie, the plot is there is a child, and from birth, he's filmed as some kind of reality TV show. And they film the kid through his whole life, and then he grows up, and he's supposed to... His world is totally scripted and fake, and he finds out, and then he lives a normal life in the real world. Sorry for anyone that haven't seen it and just read the plot, but it's a good film. You should watch it. The thing is, after that film, after I watched it, I was maybe, I don't know, 10 or 11 or something. I don't know.
Paranoid.
I was super paranoid
Oh, shit.
because things would happen in my life. I'm like, that's from a movie. This wouldn't happen in real life. No way. This is so scripted. And then I was looking for cameras, and
The Ainsworth Show.
I was very skeptical for a good 6 months. I say 6 months. It was probably like 5 years. Yeah.
Still trying to escape that dome.
I still have a low level of anxiety. The Truman Show anxiety.
But you know what? They haven't remade like the Truman Show.
Yeah, that's
feel like-
why it's so good. If they made
Yeah.
it again, what would they do?
I don't know. I just feel like
Truman on the outside, getting a
I
shitty
would
job at
wanna see that.
Starbucks.
No, I actually would, because when you think about it, like the time of the Truman Show,
Maybe we
technology was
pitch it.
different. You know what I mean?
You should pitch it.
Yeah, definitely. I think like even
You
if
should,
it's,
you should call my guy.
I'll call your guy.
No, you get your guy to call my guy, and
I'll get my
we
guy to
just
call
sit
your
here
guy
and drink
about-
tea. Let's sit here and drink our tea.
No, the sequel to Truman Show is they already knew that he was going to try to escape, so they built another thing outside of the Truman Show. So when he escapes, they're now filming him as though he thinks that he has left the Truman Show,
Jesus
and now,
Christ.
and
My
now
mind
he tries
is
to
just-
tries to lead a normal life, and now they're filming him
That's
as
too
though
much Inception, Brody.
That's Inception.
Yeah,
it's a dome within a dome.
that's a bit too much.
Is that real, or did you just make that up?
No, I
just
think
then?
you just made that up.
Well, I'd pay to watch it. You want to see how he thinks
sequel.
and how he acts.
Yeah,
That's
but it would
almost
be
like the Matrix or something.
Yeah, it's like a Matrix kind of thing. Like,
He thinks he's
Am I
out,
still
but
in
he's
the
just
Matrix?
he's just in a bigger dome. They built a dome over the dome, which was the Truman Show.
And the third movie? There's another dome.
It's another
Yeah.
dome.
He
You thought
goes
there
to-
wasn't another dome, but there is.
Oh my God,
There's more.
I didn't see that one coming. He goes to
But
fight
this time he-
HIV in Africa.
Finds out his
Even
wife's a
Schwarzenegger.
fake robot.
Yeah, but that's why I think it would
again.
What do we do, Truman? Oh, we go to Africa.
be come with me.
Yeah, Jim Carrey doesn't do the other films. Mr. Truman is played by Arnold Schwarzenegger in this made-up scenario. Made-up
Yeah,
movie.
they went really off the rails after the second one.
Yeah, it's like a soap opera where like the main actor dies, but you got to keep it going, and then they just fill someone in the next episode. It's like
They
what
do
happened?
that in soap operas.
It's, like, it's so weird. It's like what happened to Frank?
There's a real famous.
He's black now.
There's a real famous soap opera TV show in Australia called Neighbours. Brody, you might know it.
I do know Neighbours.
Everybody knows Good Neighbours.
Yeah.
That's for all our Australian listeners and British listeners. Thank you. And I was watching an episode one day, and at the start of the episode, it just said, the character of blah 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 will be played by actor blah 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 today. And then they started the episode. And then all of a sudden, they're they're having a fight in the previous scene.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it was just a different actress. And then she's having these emotions that the other actress had, wearing the same clothes, looking the same way, and then calling her dad. And I'm like, who is this imposter?
Do we try and write around it?
Don't
Nah,
you try?
just put someone
You
else
can't
in.
do this to me. I've grown attached. You kill her off. You have some fucking pride, okay? You write.
kill her.
That's just lazy writing. Okay. Like the actress, she's quit, so probably gonna have to kill the character off. They're like, yeah, fuck it, just get another actress.
Yeah, no one will notice until we put a thing at the start.
I didn't.
Yeah, exactly. I love when they do like stupid shit like that. Because sometimes they kill them off, and then other times they're just like, yeah, fuck it. We'll just
Put someone else in.
Yeah, just-
Yeah.
just do a swapperoo.
I feel like that'd be a really stressful job. to be a writer for a series that is continuously filming. You know, those shows that have been on air for 40 years.
Yeah.
You just have to keep writing all the time.
No, but it's like rinse and repeat kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess so. But you feel like you'd have to get the continuity right a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, evidently not, because they just replaced someone and just said, well, this character is now this person. Just go with it.
It's literally
It
just
could have been Home and
affair
Away.
after affair.
Is Neighbours and Home and Away still going?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Probably, yeah.
Home and Away is based in Sydney,
Home and Away.
North Beach, fucking Australia comes. And Neighbours is filmed in the Melbourne suburb
Ramsey
of
Street.
Vermont. And it's, I grew up right near it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You ever
See the Neighbours,
ran over trying to get a...
They have a Neighbours tour bus.
Really?
Yeah, a little mini bus, and it drives around the neighborhood and shows the houses that that they film. They only film in the street for the street shots and for the in front of the house shots to set up the
then
scene.
everything else is
is in a
inside.
studio,
Oh.
which is located maybe 5 kilometers down the road.
These
So
fuckers.
people do this whole tour and see the
Yeah,
whole.
thinking it's like the shit and it's not the actual shit.
It's just a bunch of
Fucking cunts.
mainly British tourists.
Ah, okay.
Oh, look, it's Australia in Ramsey Street. Oh, this is hilarious. Oh, get a laugh at that, eh? Yeah.
Oh, man.
So what were you going to say before the Truman Show thing? You were going to say something.
Your life is a Truman Show? Was
No,
that
I
it?
forgot.
Your life's a movie?
No, I forgot. It was something about movies, sequels.
God damn it. If only we could go back and listen to it.
Damn it.
All the listeners right now are like, we know the answer. We know. And we're like, shit, why can't you tell us?
Tune
Because
into
we're
the
in the
next
past and you're in the
episode.
future.
That's fucking Inception.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll tackle it on the next episode.
Part 2 is very inceptuous.
It has
Or
a
is
word
it-
now.
I'm just making up words now.
Inceptuous.
Shit,
That actually sounds good.
this ginger tea is good.
What really is in the tea?
This marijuana is good. Shit. Slurping?
Some good tea.
How do you feel about slurping, Lambert? You know, they slurp and...
What do you call, you have 7-Elevens in Australia?
Yeah.
You call it a Slurpee?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Call it icy.
You call it fucking icy. Get the fuck out
Get
of
the
here.
fuck...
Get
An
the
icy.
fuck out of here.
Alright. Stopping the podcast, Brody. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out.
Get,
Get the fuck out.
100% icy.
You fucking
why the
South
fuck
Australian
would you
piece
call
of
it
shit.
icy?
Because it's made from ice.
It's a fucking Slurpee because all you
It's a
do is slurp it.
It's really hard to slurp ice. You can slurp liquid, but an icy
Okay,
is
oh wait.
more
Hold
of
up. Hold up.
It's a motherfucking Slurpee.
You can't help being retarded, okay? I'm just gonna take a deep breath, and we're gonna move on, alright? So,
I think we should-
Slurpees,
think we
where
should
are we going
pursue
with this,
this.
Lambert?
Yeah. I forgot again. Fuck.
God damn it, Brody.
Look, I'm just telling you how it is in Adelaide. It's an icy.
No one wants to hear.
I really need to bring the culture of Adelaide to
Wait.
Berlin.
Okay. Have you ever had like a misunderstanding? Because obviously, like, we're not in Australia.
I've had a misunderstanding before.
Where like you thought the word was this, and you said it to someone, and then they were like, "What the fuck?"
Ooh.
That's what I mean.
Like, I thought the
Like,
word
for
was
example,
something,
like-
or I used something like Australian word for something, and someone misunderstood it.
Basically, that's the idea that I'm trying to get at.
One time, I was taught. Well, this is a while ago, but
I think
we were
I got
still
one.
in
I
Germany.
think I got one too.
Okay.
So I want to hear Brody's first.
It was when I was in Germany on this like exchange program, and me and a couple of Australians we're in a group of our friendship group. Like there was some Americans and us. Yeah, I know. I said the same thing.
Our
twice.
friendship
I said the same.
group.
But we were standing around waiting for a train, and we were talking about what's going to happen when we get home. And me and the Aussies were like, we hadn't worn thongs for a while, and so when we got home,
Flip-flops.
We're gonna have to build up our thong candles again. Because when you've been wearing boots for like a few months and it's been, you haven't worn them, when you wear your thongs again,
Where the
flip-flops
fuck are you
or
going
something,
with this?
then you need to build up your thong callus because the thing sits in between your toes, and
Okay.
the first time you start wearing thongs again, it rubs against it. And the Americans were just horrified, because we're like, yeah, it's going to be really tough, but it's going to take like a week or something to get our thong calluses back. And they're like looking at us with this horrified look, and then someone was like, oh, thongs are flip-flops. Because it was like 2 guys and 2 girls talking about thong calluses. And these Americans are just like, what the hell's wrong with these people?
I did it the other way
That's
with
pretty funny.
German. Totally just crumbled in the situation and said the wrong thing. I knew straight away when I said it, I was like, that was the wrong thing to say. And it wasn't even a bad thing. It wasn't an insult. It was just me saying a nice thing at the wrong moment. Okay, so I'll set the scene. My ex was German, is still German. She
She was, but she still is.
She was and still
R.I.P.
is.
Sean's
And she had her grandfather
No.
passed away, and we went to her father's house and going up the stairs or the elevator, and he opens the door, and it's the first time we've seen him, and we heard the news, and she gives him a hug, and then I see, he's sad and stuff, and I feel sad as well.
Okay.
But I wanted to say something in German, kind of to be respectful, because I wanted to make the effort. But I just said, alles good. Which means all good. And obviously, no. Nothing is good right now. My father just died. And I just went there. I'm like, I should have just went, sorry for your loss. I wanted to say something more original than sorry for your loss, but alles good is so much worse. Yeah.
Wow.
I think we found the name of the podcast.
No, fuck that shit.
Alles good.
Alles good?
Then fist bumped.
Yeah.
Just wanted to cut the tension. Oh shit, that was the wrong thing.
Oh, that is bad. Holy shit.
Well, I wanted to say, how are you doing?
Yeah.
You know,
Is everything okay?
Yeah, is everything okay? But it didn't translate the way I
He probably did like a shoulder thing.
Yeah. That was good.
Oh, I feel bad for you.
I've been in some real great
Yeah,
situations.
that's fucking awesome.
And now I just tend to stay indoors. Spend a lot of time indoors by myself. I'm not like Lambert. I don't Netflix on the go. I Netflix at home, and then I get on my bike, and random people wave at me. I try not to, smack children as they blatantly block the fucking footpath. We're not gonna get stuck on footpaths, okay? We keep coming back to it. We gotta just breathe. Just gotta breathe through it.
Oh, that was great.
Shit. All right, Brody's taking a piss break. So, this is the Lambert and Sean Hot 2 Minutes. What do we want to talk about while Brody's away?
He didn't close the fucking door. Now the room's
He
gonna
was
be
born in a
cold.
fucking tent. That's why.
Oh,
they don't have
fucking
fucking
hell.
houses in South Australia or
They
whatever.
really are retarded down there.
They are.
Oh, God.
What was he saying before about
Ices? What the fuck's an icy?
icy?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's a Slurpee.
Imagine you ask, hey, can I get an icy?
I don't think they have 7-Elevens.
Probably not.
Because in Melbourne, they've got like 200 plus 7-Elevens. It's the
that's
convenient, every convenience store is a 7-Eleven. There's some spots where it'll be one on one corner, and then you cross the street, and there's one on the other corner.
Yeah.
In the middle of the city.
You know where it surprised me? I was in Japan once, and I couldn't believe the amount of fucking 7-Elevens they had.
Yeah, man. I've been there too. It's
I was like,
sick.
what?
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like 7-Eleven heaven.
Yeah, those
It
guys
almost freaked
live
me
out
out.
of convenience.
Yeah,
stores.
literally.
But convenience stores and vending machines over there are pretty crazy.
Oh yeah. You can buy underwear at a fucking vending machine.
That's the classic.
That's the future right there.
That's the classic weird thing people go to about Japan. But when I was there, I just thought it was weird how they'd have a vending machine just randomly.
Yeah, in the middle of the forest.
It's be in the forest in
Yeah.
a tree.
Yeah.
Or
You're just-
in someone's driveway.
Yeah.
I saw one that was in someone. It was like you had to go into someone's property and just get a
Wow,
can.
that's just so crazy.
Man,
Only in
they
Japan.
put these things everywhere.
Only in fucking Japan. That's
I love
Is it
Japan.
like fresh underwear or?
No,
used
I didn't
underwear?
see any of the underwear ones.
a bit of
but-
both.
It's like
welcome back, Brody, as well. by the
Depending
way.
on welcome
Thanks.
back, Brody.
Cheers.
Depending on your.
Was that 2 minutes? Was that a hot 2 minutes?
No, I can't mean.
We're gonna make it a thing.
Yeah.
I have a very efficient bladder. Or small
Okay,
bladder.
we're not. That's not gonna be a thing. We're not gonna talk about your bladder every week on the
Yeah.
pod.
It talks for itself.
My time is more valuable than that. And the listeners, of
Is
course.
it?
Have you been
The
to Japan,
three
Brody?
listeners that we have.
I have been. I was there for a day.
One day. I don't think that counts.
Because I
What did you do?
I went out and explored Tokyo. I went and got sushi. And
Did you hate it?
Huh?
Did you hate it?
No, I love sushi.
Okay, just
But because I was on like a stopover for one night.
I see.
Because I used up all of mine and my parents' frequent flyer miles to when my parents were living in England to get a free flight to them. And so I had to do. I went Adelaide, Melbourne,
Brady's voice is like a didgeridoo. you ever thought about that?
What's a didgeridoo?
You know, like the Australian Aboriginal instrument. It's a stick with a hole in it.
It's a flute.
That's
You don't know
actually
what a
that's-
didgeridoo is?
No, why would I? It's
okay.
It's like an iconic
but it's so far away. Why would
No,
I?
it's an iconic sound. You should know what a didgeridoo is.
You'll know it when you
It's a
hear it.
funny fucking word to
Okay.
begin
Yeah.
with, and I'm surprised that you don't know it. And I'm
I just
actually
never know.
outraged with the Canadian public
Didgeridoo.
Yeah,
education system at the moment. I'm going to write a formal complaint to them that they're not teaching
A
their
didgeridoo.
children
What a
what
didgeridoo
didgeridoos
is.
are. I mean,
Sounds like an animal.
A
didgeridoo
kangaroo.
is a Aboriginal instrument, and it's
Okay.
got a very unique sound, and it's very iconic, and it's been in, I don't know, a million things. Every time they cut to a scene in Australia from some fucking film,
Anything.
it's just
Someone's
didgeridoo going. There you go.
You'll know it when you hear it. That was it. Basically.
Anyway, I got a story on a didgeridoo. When I was in high school, I was in a whole school assembly,
Yeah.
and they had what do they call it, Indigenous Week.
Yeah,
Yeah, in
Native
Australia-
Week or
In Australia, they have 1 week dedicated. 1 week in the year dedicated to Indigenous people.
Okay.
And so they have like festivals and days where, I don't know, they do shit. And it's in the public. And our school gets involved. And they had every day we did something every day for a week. We didn't do it religiously. But one day they had an Aboriginal guy come in and do a dance, and an older tribesmen come in and they're wearing the traditional stuff and got face paint and body paint. And we're all sitting there just being silent and listening. It's the whole school. And the guy is holding a didgeridoo and he goes, "Now, this instrument here, can anyone tell me what the traditional name for this instrument is?" And no one says anything.
Yeah.
So, and this guy behind me just says, "Yeah, stick with a hole in it."
so young,
Yeah, just
young kid
fucking
disrespect.
rebelling. That fucking teenage angst to
Yeah.
rebel. Just, I want to say the smart Alec comment.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was fucking hilarious.
That's pretty nice.
It is technically a stick with a big hole in it because they find the trees with the termites eat the inside, and then they
turn
go
it into a didgeridoo.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What other things don't you know about Australia? This could be an educational podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the ABC. We're sitting here with Birdie and
Canada on.
Today we're going to be talking about native animals. Here we have the marsupial. Brody. Brody, he is a
I'm an
fine
mammal.
specimen. Very short-sighted. Bladder the size of a small retarded child.
I'm not going to dispute that.
Very fair skin, burns quite easily.
Actually, it doesn't burn at all, surprisingly.
It's because there's no sun in Berlin.
Fair enough.
I go back to Australia. The sun is so weak here. Like, you can walk around in the middle of summer.
Well, we're going to
Wouldn't
see,
know.
because Brody's gone back for 5 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see.
So we're going to have to do the pod without him a few times, have a few guests to fill in
We'll
the
have a
big
few special
void.
guests.
Look, I'll call in if I need to call in. You just put me on Skype.
No, the time zone's just too different, man.
That's true.
What is Australia? 12 hours?
It changes. It's like 10, I think it's 10 hours at the moment.
It's 9.5 for Adelaide. Because
Yeah.
we have a half-hour time zone.
Because you have to be fucking
Because
different.
we're different.
We're Adelaide, we're different. We're not like the rest of those convicts.
Yeah, we're the free settlers, so we've made a half an hour time zone.
Why
One
the
of the few
Okay,
in the world.
if you're the free settlers, tell me this. Why are you guys so shit? You know?
And that's just everyone else's opinion of us. You know?
I was actually born there, so I'm allowed to say it. I was born in Adelaide. I moved when I was 3. I went down to Melbourne. My parents, my family, all from
Were
Melbourne.
you actually?
Yeah, but I was born in
He's
Adelaide
not a
because they
true
were...
Adelaidean.
No, they got me out of there. They realized the dangers. They're like, this isn't where
It's like sponsor a child.
we can. My parents having an argument, I can remember. It's one of my first memories. No, David, we can't raise a child here. It's too dangerous.
We need to get him out.
Have
We
you
need to
seen the
get it out.
natives? Have you seen the natives? Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, right, Adelaide's the best place in the world, mate.
We can't raise a child
No
here.
child of mine is going to be raised in this
From
world of buffoons.
Cultureless heathens.
These posh wankers.
They speak weird.
My
they
mum's
look
not
weird.
British.
What's the population of Adelaide?
About 1 mil.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
It's the biggest country town, man.
Oh wow.
It's got the country town feel.
It's like when you had your friend over, Sean's old roommate.
Oh yeah.
When Sean brought his
He wasn't my
old room.
he wasn't my roommate.
I thought he was your roommate.
No.
You just knew him from Melbourne.
I just knew he used to print stickers for my band.
So Sean's not old
Free from on the
roommate.
fly, but shh. It's
Some
the
guy,
hush hush, yeah.
some guy in Melbourne
They're
that
getting fired.
printed stickers for Sean. He came over to Berlin and he.
Fucking
But
idiot.
this is not relevant to the story. But
Alright.
I went outside.
So this
to
is
have
Brody's address, okay? If you ever want to
Right.
send some hate mail to him,
Yeah.
any fucking bombs or explosives to get him to shut the fuck up, here's his address. I'll post it all online, don't worry. Okay, Brody, back to your story.
So this guy that Sean knew from Melbourne went outside for a break, and I sat down. I was chatting with him, and Sean's like, "Oh, he's from Adelaide," and I was looking at this guy, and I'm like, I know you. And then I introduced myself, and I was like, "What high school did you go to?" And he went, "Blackwood High." And I was like, "What year?" And he's like, "02." And I was like, I was 03.
Ah, okay. So you knew him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Small world.
Sean, the guy that came and visited Sean, who he knew from Melbourne, grew up in Adelaide, and he was 1 year above me in high school. And I recognised, and then we were chatting about,
Who's more retarded, you or me? No, I'm just kidding.
none of us. We're fucking Adelaideans, mate.
He was
But
way, he was
the
way
biggest
cooler.
country.
That's because he lived in Melbourne for a bit, so he was way cooler than Brody.
That's more
Brody's-
pretentious.
Brody went to Darwin after living in Adelaide for
Where's that?
his youth.
Pretty much directly north from Adelaide.
Okay.
It's like going to the Wild West. Well, it's the Wild North.
It's the wild north. It's the last frontier. You either, when you move there, You're either a tourist, you moved there for work,
Or you're
escaping something.
Or you're a fucking dumb cunt.
I.e., you're escaping something. So many people because I worked in a pub.
Escaping what?
Yeah, well, you never quite know, but you're just like, I know you're escaping
mystery.
something. You know, we had like one regular came in, he had like the prison tats on the face with the eye drops.
Wow.
And he was always really, really quiet. And he would just come in, he'd order a midi, like a mid-strength.
That's like a mid-strength beer.
Yeah, he'd order a schooner mid, and then he'd just go sit by himself.
That's a portion of beer.
Oh yeah, schooner. I can tell you about all the different.
I'm also going to do sign language for this podcast as well.
We're gonna have to do like a 10-minute Australian slang breakdown for the viewer, for the listener.
There's YouTube videos up there already.
Okay.
Where you can learn Australian slang. There's a really funny one where it's a group of Indian migrants, and because Australia has a lot of Indian and Pakistani.
Yeah, because it's close.
Yeah, and they do degrees in Australia, and then they move back home and are, whatever.
Imagine an Indian guy saying cunt.
Mate.
Oh, cunt.
Don't be such a cunt.
Don't be such a cunt, dude.
I forget what they say in the video. I think the video is called How to Speak Australian, but you can just YouTube it. I'm not going to repeat all the jokes, but it's worth a watch. It's pretty funny, and then you might understand Brody a little more. For me, it's fine. He's just for all you viewers, or listeners, future viewers. Just to reassure you, he is a retard. Okay. That's the one thing I want to reassure you.
I have a degree.
In retardation.
They don't do that at uni.
Get the fuck off my couch, buddy.
Just for all the viewers out there, that's not a real degree.
I wanted to make a joke about you having a degree in being a retard or something. I couldn't think of anything witty. God damn it. God damn my brain.
Should have gone to uni then.
Yeah, if only. I had my university days. I just didn't spend them enrolled at a university. I had a great learning curve, and I became an adult through making many, many mistakes. And dating many crazy women. No, they weren't all crazy, just some. And so I don't want to make this about me and a therapy thing. Yeah, so the
Welcome
women
to therapy.
They're all crazy.
With the boys. Alex,
what happened to Sean? How did he become?
How did he become so bitter and dead inside? Up next.
Where did we lose Sean?
I'm good. I'm
It's like behind VH1's behind the music. It's like VH1's behind the Sean.
I'm a simple man. I don't need much. I just need people to leave me the fuck alone. It's fucking bad enough. I got you cunts coming over here and bothering me. I just want to drink my tea
and not see anyone. Not walk on a footpath.
I can't wait. I got this soup. It's been cooking for like 4 hours.
The fuck?
It's gonna be.
What the fuck, man?
It's gonna be so good.
He doesn't want to share his soup, so he's just waiting for us to leave.
It's
like,
it's not ready yet. It's not ready. It needs a little longer.
He's turned it off.
It won't be good. I've turned it off. It's now just slowly getting to the right temperature to eat. Because when you make a soup.
And
you try to
and it's too
eat
hot.
You burn your mouth and you ruin the whole meal.
Yeah.
We've all done that.
Oh, too many times.
We're impatient.
We're just impatient beings, aren't we?
Or you need a slow cooker. What?
Instapot. Hey, I actually have researched the one that I want to buy.
Where?
That sounds like an Instagram purely for marijuana.
Yeah.
Instapot. Put up all your funky marijuana pics up on Instapot, bro. Instapot, it's the future, bro.
Do you even vape?
Bro.
Don't
Do you
worry,
vape, bro?
Instapot,
It's 2018, bro. You better vape. It's your funeral. Right.
Like
Cowabunga, bro.
they have like vape competitions where you got to do the biggest vape art or circles or something.
Oh, like
I don't know.
smoke work. Oh,
Yeah.
smoke artist? What do they call them?
I'm not sure. I just heard me and Arvid were talking about it. They have like competitions for the, I don't know, whatever they do with where they take in the biggest hit and then they like
and then they do,
rotate
like,
their head around and it's like a
circles
big, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. It's a bit weird.
Like 10
Everything's-
year ago, we're like, in 2018 we're going to be like smoking this juice and we're going to have competitions where you're going to make big circles. Like, I don't know if I want to be in the future now.
Yeah, there's times, I don't know if it happens to you guys, but there's times where I feel like we're not in the future at all, and it's just real, like nothing's changed.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's times where something will come on my feed or whatever, and I'm like, what the fuck? We are totally in 2018.
yeah.
They have drone races,
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
and people go and cheer in a stadium.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
I don't know
I've
where
seen-
they're doing it, somewhere in Asia.
Yeah, I've seen weird shit like that too.
Drone races.
Yeah, and
It's like
also
pod races.
yeah, it's like
With drones.
it's like pod races, but they also have
Yeah, that's my next
video,
hobby. That's my next hobby. I'm gonna be like one of those, like just get like
professional
a little, like,
video
like a
game
quad
players.
kinda
That's
thing.
becoming a big thing.
Oh yeah, that's
Esports.
yeah, esports.
Esports.
Yeah, that's we're like a few years behind that. But the
Showing
drone
it, right?
racing shit's pretty awesome. You fucking put on goggles and you see what the drone sees and you just like fly it around. Next summer, I think I'm gonna pick it up.
I can't play video games anymore, man. It makes me depressed.
Because there's too many South Koreans that just beat you within like.
Ah, you mean
No,
video
like-
games? Oh, okay.
I had a good run. You know, I played a lot of video games.
When you were younger.
When I was younger, and they were great. Now it's just so impersonal, and I don't know. I'm not connecting with anything. But and then I go back and play the old ones, and then I get this nostalgic feeling,
Yeah.
and then I get depressed. And then I look at the hours.
That you put into it.
That
yeah,
put in
yeah,
of it.
and then you're like,
What have
oh,
I
fuck, I just
achieved?
wasted a lot of shit.
I'm such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Why don't I go out there and
Do some shit.
do something good?
You know what they're
And then I go out on the
re-releasing?
street and I walk into a couple of assholes.
What's that?
Command and Conquer. They're doing an updated version of it, like still the same Command and Conquer, and they're doing Red Alert.
Just
but
better graphics and stuff.
yeah,
Probably.
and they're
shit, I
doing it
forgot
with
about
the
Command and
original.
Conquer.
Yeah.
But they got pretty much the original team back together, like Westwood Studios.
Wow.
And they're not like doing a complete like reboot. They're just updating it. All.
I played Red Alert. That was,
Yeah,
my brother
I played
had
Red
that.
Alert so much.
That was
back when.
fucking awesome. Do you play it, Limber? Did you ever play Command and Conquer? What'd you play? Age of Empires?
No, I was more like a fighting game kind of dude when I was younger.
What kind
Street
of fighting
Fighter.
games? I like
Yeah,
Sim
but
City.
there
That was a cool
no
one.
before Street Fighter. There was like
But I fucking hate The Sims.
Killer Instinct and stuff, like on the Super Nintendo and shit.
Street Fighter was on Super NES.
Yeah, but I played like Killer Instinct with a bunch of friends, and we just like it was just awesome. I didn't get into Street Fighter until later, because like there's like a level of skill that you needed for Street Fighter, which I thought I had until I went to the Asian arcade and embarrassed myself, and I was like, oh, I'm still a fucking noob.
Did you go to the arcades in Tokyo? Like, just to any
Yeah, I went to
arcade?
one. There's like one in Tokyo. It's like I don't know. I want to say a 10-story building.
Yeah,
And I was just watching.
I
I
think
was
I
just
went
watching
there
these
too.
guys like play, and I was like, yeah, these guys.
Dance
There's people that
Revolution or
just do it
something, yeah.
as their job. I
Yeah,
don't know how they make money. Maybe they sell shit online,
probably
and then they
advertising,
spend the
yeah.
rest of their day just
Practicing and shit.
clocking video games at the arcade.
I think I played
They're
like
insane,
one game,
man.
and I couldn't even touch the guy that I played against. He was just like, "Who is this person?" Game over. I was like, "Okay, I'm out of here."
Well, that was.
But yeah, it was
fun.
just basically that's how it was.
You ever played a sport against someone like a table tennis or pool, billiards, that kind of thing?
Against someone
Played,
that's-
you know, I'm average. I like to think I'm average, and then you go into a bar
And you play professional.
No, you just play someone, and they kick your fucking ass like they with your pants down. You know,
No,
get
not
pants. You get pants.
necessarily.
Have you ever had that happen?
No,
I've never been pants before,
really.
but I've been close.
But I've seen it happen to other people.
Or have you just played games against one other dude
I've
and
done
just lost? You
Like,
lost
just
every. You play 10 matches and you just lose every match.
it. No,
Have
but
you ever been?
What I've done is, I'll tell you a funny story. When like I was in high school, and I just bought like a PlayStation 2,
Yeah.
and I only had like one game.
Wait, let me guess which game.
It came with the PlayStation. It was like you wouldn't guess it. It's just some
okay.
obscure shit.
Damn, I was gonna say something, but
No,
that's
it was-
the point now.
Yeah, I shut you down.
You did shut me down. I was gonna be like, Vice City?
I didn't know. I didn't even let you guess. It was
Tony
ATV
Hawk's?
Off-Road Fury 2. Not the first one. The second one.
Second one's the
It's
best.
basically just like a bike game, like
Yeah.
a dirt bike game, and you just do tricks, like, you know.
Oh, I know the one.
And I had this game for, I want to say, like a month.
Yeah.
So I had like time to practice and be
Yeah.
like a professional. And I was just bored of playing on my own. So I invited a buddy of mine over, and he had like a shit ton of games.
Yeah.
And I wanted to borrow his games and stuff. So he's over at my house, and we're playing the game. And I realize he sucks.
Yeah.
Big time. But he's the kind of guy who like wants to win a few times, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
To keep everything cool. And I was like, I gotta let this motherfucker win. So you know what I would do? I would just whoop his ass for most of the track, and then coming to the end, I would crash. Be like, oh man, I just
Oh,
died.
man.
Fuck, like, oh, you're gonna pass me. And then let him win.
Because you
But-
wanted someone to play against.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause I was like,
I've done that with FIFA.
I was like, dude, like, if I just beat the dude, he's gonna be gone in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
If I give him
Need someone
50%,
here.
you know, if I give him 50% of them, like, he'll
I used
stick
to
around.
get in fights with my ex-girlfriend.
No way.
Different ex-girlfriend about Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Because I'd always beat her. She's like, you can't even let me win one time.
Yeah, you see, so
Love me.
you gotta give him
And
a
I'm just
few.
like-
Yeah, you gotta give him a few, man.
And then I'd later win. She's like, you let me win. It doesn't count.
But you gotta do it convincing.
What do you want
know?
from me?
You gotta do it convincing.
I can't help it that I'm blessed with good Mario
Yeah,
Kart
you gotta-
skills. I put a lot of time into this. While you were writing, you're in your fucking diary about how you want a pony or whatever it is. You know,
Whatever Sean thinks.
whatever
Whatever
cliche idea of a adolescent woman would think. Then you know that's it. So while you're doing that, I was playing Mario Kart.
Doing something constructive.
Yeah,
And I
Sean
was
practicing.
learning the tracks.
Yeah.
And I was learning all the sweet spots, and I got good at my character. I played Bowser,
Yeah.
and everyone dissed me for it. You played Bowser? You're so fucking fat and slow. And I'm like, yeah, but you get in my way, I fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, knocked right off the track.
Yeah.
And I can slide into people and bump them out of the way.
Yeah.
I like to be that because I can't be that in the real world. So
So you do it in the video game.
yeah, in the video
That
game,
makes sense.
that's my way of being a big dick player.
Yeah.
It all comes back.
To the big day and being a player.
Well, that is, yeah, I'm a player of Mario Kart. That's what I see. I went to a, back in Melbourne, this was years ago now, they had a Mario Kart 64
Tournament?
tournament at a bar.
That's fucking awesome.
And it was a pretty cool bar. Used to play shows there, like rock shows and bands and stuff. And they had some people just rented out the stage area and everything, put up a projector, got Mario Kart 64,
Yeah.
and there was 64 contestants. And they made
Holy
a
shit.
round robin, and they played the whole tournament.
That's awesome.
And man, I was okay,
Yeah.
but it was really fucking hard to play on this screen with 4 people, and it seems to go
Yeah.
faster for some reason when there's 4 players rather than just 1.
Yeah.
And I just. You could tell people had been practicing all day. And I didn't. I just went in there and was like, yeah, I'll remember this just from
Yeah.
memory. And I got my ass kicked and got kicked out in the first round. Anyway, fast forward. It gets to the last round, and it's a guy versus a girl. And they do the best of 3 races. And it went down to like the third race.
Wow.
And It was some of the best Mario Karting I've ever seen in my life.
That's incredible.
It was unbelievable what they were doing. And I was like, wow, they know everything.
Yeah.
They are just masters at this. And they're so humble about it as well. They're like, yeah, okay.
No shit talking, huh?
Yeah, and
That
the
would not
coolest
be me.
thing about it is they had a guy hosting the night, and he was the commentator.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, oh, and Bowser's coming up around the corner, and no, he's got hit by the red shell.
No
Peach comes
way.
in on the inside. Oh, and here comes Yoshi. Oh, Yoshi's got the blue shell, and it's going straight ahead to the first place, and boom, it's hit him, and Bowser's out of the race. And they just go on like that.
Yeah.
And there was an audience, everyone stayed to the end.
That's fucking
So everyone
awesome.
that got kicked out, and it just the suspense
Yeah,
built
yeah.
into this event, and I was like, this is how sports should feel.
Yeah. See, that's the thing,
It was
man.
real-
The commentators make the broadcast sometimes.
Yeah, that
Because
really
you'll
added to the vibe.
already be into it because you know what's going on, but their energy just puts you on a whole nother level. And I feel like sport events sometimes they don't have that, because sometimes you watch like a sport event like on TV or your computer or whatever, and the broadcasters just suck ass. They're just like, yeah, he just made this play and that play, blah 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 blah, and you're just
Like golf or something.
I don't know. I've never watched a golf podcast.
Who the fuck's watching golf?
Yeah, why would you watch golf?
People
Fucking
that like
male
golf, I guess.
Yeah, but
That's how they do it.
What's with the presidents always playing golf, huh?
I think it's like a rich white man thing until Tiger Woods came in and fucked it up.
I thought you were gonna say Obama. But
Yeah, they're not bombing.
Time for me to take a piss.
I want to see. Well, I think we're good here. We're sitting at 47 minutes. Fucking hell, man.
Alright, let's do the outro. Take a break so we can cut it.
Diddly diddly dee. That's all, folks.